magic number of hours or brush strokes. It really depends on you, the artist. Me, I look at my paintings and I think, is there anything else that I can do to this painting that would make it better? And I look at it critically. It's important not to fall in love with your work till it's finished. And that way it's always up for debate. You can change things, you can change a value, change a color, a temperature, lighten it, darken it, lose an edge, gain an edge, all these different factors. So the thing of knowing when your painting is finished is you look at it critically and say to yourself, is there anything else I can do to make this painting better? And if you find yourself just pushing the brush around, pushing color around just for the sake without really any rhyme or reason, then the painting's finished. So I've been working on this painting for a while now, and it's coming along really, I think, really nicely. I'm really happy with the results so far. We did a lot more work here on the real subtle areas, especially in the light skin tones. We kept some of that slight Mediterranean olive tone in his skin, but gave it that kind of creepy, translucent that you can see all the veins and that. And I gave him like purple lips, corpse-like lips, and finished up the blood splatters and drips. Now, you have to remember, with Hammer Films, they started making horror films in the late 50s, and their stock and trade was color, excitement, but it was also married by these wonderful Victorian and pre-Victorian sets. So you had very subtle things and very bold things, camera angles, colors, the color of the light in Frankenstein's lab, the poster paint-like quality of the blood on Dracula's lips. It was all meant to shock. It was new. And I didn't feel that poster kind of quality of the blood splatters would really kind of look. I really didn't want that. So here's where the kind of the scientist that's in every artist comes into play. I've seen blood, how when it's coagulating it gets darker and it starts to separate. So you get these like staining, like watery stains around, and of course where the blood's coagulated it's darker. So in remembering that and seeing, cutting my fingers many times on, cutting mat boards or whatever, you remember those things, and those are the things that you put into your paintings. There's those touches of realism that really bring life to a character. The same thing with the color of his eyes. Like in the film, his eyes were really bloodshot, and I didn't feel in this painting that I wanted that blood staining so much, so I did go back into it with translucent glazes, and I lightened it. I used translucent gray wash, and then a warm yellow wash, and then another gray wash just to kind of bring that depth into the scleratus. Talking about like the teeth here, teeth, lips, eyeballs, hair, skin, you treat it all the same. It has to be, in order to get the kind of realism that you may want to get in your paintings, you really have to treat each subject almost as a sculpture. I do a lot of sculpture in my art, so being a sculptor as well as a painter helped me understand real form in real space. And the difference between sculpting and painting is that painting, you're creating the illusion of space and form, and in sculpture you're creating real form in space. So today, I think we're going to give the face the once-over, see if there's any areas that could be improved, could be sharpened, could be lost, could be found, colors that need to be enhanced, anything. This is the last day on the face, so we're really going to give a critical once-over on it. And then what we have left to do, his shirt to finish, his suit, his cape, and the drawstring on his cape. I also want to point out that I did go back into the painting, and I decided that I really wanted the background to be pushed back further and to a real focus. I think I mentioned earlier in this DVD that I felt my initial painting of the background was just a little bit too middle ground. It really didn't kind of say anything. So I decided to darken it. Well, I didn't darken it with black because that would have killed the color. What I did do is I took straight ultramarine blue. It sounds strange, but over brown you get some beautiful results. And I watered it down. I thinned it out with my painting mediums, almost to a watercolor consistency. You can't do it all at once. Again, you have to build it up over, let it dry, build it up over, let it dry, build it up over, let it dry. And then you can control each aspect of your painting. So that's what I did. I did 3 layers of ultramarine blue, straight ultramarine blue, in glazed form, and that I was able to control exactly how much brown I wanted to peep through there, and how much maybe a tint of the blue you'd see in areas. Those are the really wonderful things that I love to do in painting, is those real subtle areas that when someone looks at it they say, how did you do that? So let's go. I'm going to have a swig of my coffee. It's yet again snowing here in New Jersey, but that's fine because spring's right around the corner. So we're going to get ready and let's have a nice painting day.